Ciao, kumusta? My name is Victor, and can you guys spot me? Yeah, I'm all the way here. So we are testing out this range of the 7 Rhymes IRA D W20, and they sent me a free product to review. Thank you, 7 Rhymes. The reason why I'm testing this out with this video is because this ties in very well into this video, and it's one of the reasons why I made huge mistakes on my $60,000 video production shoot in China. Back in 2019, I made the jump to become a full-time freelancer, and I focused on building my video production business. I worked full-time in an international marketing team as the video guy. What the company was providing me wasn't enough. So to fill this creative pursuit, I had to plan to quit once I had something lined up. On the side, I was doing freelance work while I was doing my full-time job. Until one day, Grace, my girlfriend, found us the biggest video project of our lives. So we landed the $60,000 documentary in China with one of the biggest companies in China. It probably is the biggest tech company in China, but don't quote me on that. That begs the question, how the hell did we mess up the biggest project of our lives? So there are 3 big problems in this video shoot. One was the timeline was super tight. We only had a month to actually start pre-production for a 30-minute documentary. That's nothing. And we had to travel 3 countries, 2 of which is that visas were hard to get, especially on business. One was Russia, second was China. Now, we knew from the very beginning that this was going to be tough, but this was our way into the full-time creative freelance. This was our jump start to our video production business. And also because we didn't really have any documentary under our belt. We specialized in social media ads, commercials, and product videos, and also YouTube videos. And it's actually the reason why we got hired for this, because of how we told stories and how the visuals were on our other YouTube channel. But it's really not the same. This is high level like the biggest company in China hiring 2 people who are barely just getting started on their video production career. It's like, how does that work? Well, connections. Like at this point I was like, can I actually do this job, and that do I have the skills to do it? Like, obviously had to just push it, because again, this was our golden ticket to the freelance world. But anyways, they really loved how we made videos on our YouTube channel, and that it's the visuals and the story that kind of got them hooked to hire us. So we kind of really wanted to do the same with this documentary. We wanted to tell the story of the biggest sale event in China, which is the Black Friday for the Western world, but for them it's Double 11. One thing that I really want to tell you guys is that pre-production is one of the most important things in video. Especially if you're getting paid work, there's not enough time during a day to shoot everything that you want. So preparing for everything before the shoot is honestly one of the best things that you can do to be efficient in your shoots and also in your post-production. None of the cinematic videos that you see or a good production is done without any pre-production work. And video is all about planning, and about 10 to 30% of actual shooting. Well, it depends on the industry, because wedding and event filmmakers are getting paid for their ability to capture everything that's good in this one-time event. For the most part, every industry still needs to do pre-production, no matter how much you can plan in advance your shots or not. But yeah, this was one of our biggest mistakes, because we took on a job that has a little bit of pre-production time. I mean, we had to take care of contracts, visas, all the paperwork that we had to do. And when the final contract has been signed and the deposit was paid, that's the only time we could start the visa process, the pre-production process, everything. So we had less than a month to prepare from the very first shoot date. Now, eventually we had the story, the script, the storyboard, everything was approved, and we're all good to go, right? No. it's a big no. So we got to Spain and we had like half a day to rest up. I think we got there like late afternoon, and the time zone difference isn't that much, so we could easily adjust and shoot right away. And the first day we just filmed location, B-roll stuff, and then the next 2 days we shot interview scenes in their Spain office. And the next day we flew to Moscow, Russia. We pretty much did the same thing, film location scenes, B-roll, and then interview scenes in their Moscow office. And then we got to China. We had about 7 days of shooting left and about a week in between to do some initial editing, some rough cuts. So we gave them a rough cut, and the whole team that we were dealing with in that company reviewed it, and they got back to us and said, this is not the video that we wanted. And my team and I were like, what? No way. Like, everything was approved in the beginning. We had the storyboard approved, we had the script approved, and we even had a live feed of the interviews so that the client can approve all the answers that we needed from the interview questions, and that everything was smooth sailing until we got to this review process. I present to you guys the second biggest mistake: client communication. And this comes along with pre-production, obviously. And honestly, I thought our pre-production was solid, everything was approved, but turns out the client communication was also weak. So what happened? What went wrong? Well, one, I think their team was like, okay, let's just approve everything and then film everything and decide when we're editing. And it's just not feasible because they wanted to release the video right after the last day of filming. So we really needed a solid pre-production plan. But the thing that we didn't cover was the contract. We had to sign a contract with a local agency because it's easier to get the money through them versus direct with a big company in China, and it's just hard to get money out to foreigners when you're in China, at least in my experience. And a few of my friends have worked in China as well, and sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really hard. I guess it depends on the infrastructure of the company and how they pay their contractors or their vendors. Usually in the contract you should have your backs covered so that any extra work, any changes after the approval of pre-production, you get extra charge for it because it's extra work. It's not just a one and done deal with this budget or the initial contract. If the work goes aside the scope of the contract, of the scope of the work, then you have to get paid for it. But in this situation, we couldn't really push back because it's a contract that didn't cover our backs, and it was mostly our fault. And contracts are everything in video production, and especially in this big of a project. We were kind of blinded that this was the golden ticket to our creative freedom, and we really wanted to take the job no matter what the cost was. It's one of the biggest lessons learned in our video production business, and the scale of a project this big, it's quite necessary to have a solid contract that will protect you so that this doesn't happen to you. This is why email is very important, because it is a written proof of what you guys had discussed before, what you guys agreed upon, and what was the signed contract. And it's all a trail just in case something happens during the production. So enter the third biggest problem in this shoot, and it's audio. So back in the days, I didn't really care about audio because my style was voiceover, vlogging, and like I only had a shotgun microphone in this documentary. And I wish I brought something more, or at least bought something there to really alleviate the problems that we're having in the audio, because we went into the offices and it's all untreated meeting rooms, echo galore per se. And it was one of the things that I really didn't anticipate, and I wish I did. And good audio will save a bad video with a good story. And if it was the other way around, bad audio with really good images, it'll still ruin the video for you. And I say this because I wasn't really prepared. I thought a shotgun microphone would be good. I mean, I've gotten good audio from just a shotgun microphone, but in that case, I wish I had one of these 7 ronin-s wireless transmitter so that I can just connect the shotgun microphone and put it closer to the source of the audio.
and that would have solved my problems. But again, we didn't really have enough time to buy any gear, and at that time we were already in China that we figured the audio was crap. And again, I wasn't really thinking about it. And our pre-production, we had voiceovers and have the interview scenes as very short, but in the end they really wanted the people to talk and to show the interviews rather than tell a story through voiceover and a little bit of candid interviews here and there. So again, this is the root of the pre-production mess, and that we didn't really anticipate that we needed really good audio, or at least proper audio gear. I wish I brought in more, but I didn't. Again, if I had a lavalier microphone or something similar to this, the audio would have been great. And so far, we did finish the project. We did get paid after a long, excruciating time of finishing that video. I would say 3 things that to keep in mind, especially in bigger productions: audio, pre-production, and client communication. These are the things that you have to look for, because you can create beautiful videos, and if this side of the production things fall apart, your video is going to get ruined. And this is how I screwed up my $60,000 video. Anyways, if you guys want to see the video, it's on our website. It's a memory for me, as a lot of lessons being learned throughout the time, and it's better to fail now in the beginning versus later on. And failure is a good teacher, and hopefully you don't end up being like me to mess up a really big expensive shoot. The positive thing is that we learned a lot about ourselves, and it led to the growth of this video production business that we're running. And I want to thank 7 Rhymes again for providing me with this wireless transmitter. This wireless transmitter is similar to a Rode Wireless Go 2. It has 2 wireless transmitters and a receiver with lavaliers and the wind muffs for just the transmitter alone. And again, audio is very important for your video. So I do prefer just using the transmitter as an external microphone or something that attaches to you when you're traveling. I'm not really an audio guy to know where the placement of the lavalier is. Yeah, if you guys want to pick up one of these, it's going to be linked down below. It is an affiliate link. Again, everything that comes to the channel just goes back to you guys. And you guys can win this as well as a part of the 10,000 subscriber camera giveaway on this channel. So we'll get there. We're almost at 8,000, and I'm very, very appreciative to every one of you guys. And again, this is a channel to give back to anyone who needs gear. And here are the giveaway winners from the past 2 videos. Congratulations to Sean and Kyle. Just email me here to get your prize and we'll arrange that for you. And as always, I'm giving away my S-Log3 luck pack every video. All you have to do to win is comment down below. Have you ever had big mistakes on your production work? And if not, what's your biggest fear in terms of creative production work? And if you do want this luck pack now, it's available in the link down below. And at 10,000 subscribers, we are giving away a free camera. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. 너와 나